Honest J. Nowak. Coming at you live. Alright. A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Honest J. Nowak, Graphix. Now's the time we actually try ourselves something different here. Something, of course, that does relate to something that I found out by total coincidence. I'm specifically talking about the Hitman series, which has been around for several years right now. But the most important thing to remember about this is the fact that I actually had the chance to play one of them some time ago. Hitman 2, the sequel to Hitman and the predecessor to a now new release of the Hitman series, Hitman 3, which came out some time ago. So, it's fair for me to say that the Hitman games, of course, they do have a pretty nice strategy and a nice engine entirely. It is centered upon stealth, combat, assassination, and the unique ways of the life of a hitman, who of course can have disguises, weapons, tools, anything at their disposal. The Hitman series, of course, does in fact center on a 2007 film known as Agent 47. I found that out by total coincidence. And it just so happens that there's also a newer Hitman title, which is now on the streaming platform known as Tubi, or Tubby. I don't know how the crap you pronounce that. So anyways, it's fair to say that the Hitman series is actually getting a lot of popularity after about 15 years or so. But the thing is about this whole trilogy of games, they actually are indeed pretty unique for what they are. The fact that you can utilize stealth combat or maybe all-out combat when all things go wrong, the fact that you can switch different disguises to basically blend in with the crowds of different people out there in the environments that you're in, and then of course you have a lot of tools and a lot of weapons at your disposal, lockpicks, flares, silenced pistols, etc. pretty much. I played Hitman 2 last year for the most part, but I was able to get the chance to play it some more eventually. Just so I could at least get up to a certain point where I would eventually call it off, because I don't, after all, need all the kinds of footage in the world from the game's story itself. I was able to play through several stages, so to speak. The first one did in fact take place on some sort of island house of some sorts, where Agent 47 is inside a small raft boat, pretty much, in scuba gear, and sets out to go ahead and assassinate the owner of the household itself. And then after escaping, Agent 47 goes and settles out onto a Formula 1 track, where this next task is apparently to assassinate multiple people. And with every other stage that would come by since then, including slums, including a ginormous gathering that happens, and etc., it seems that we are pretty much portraying ourselves as the Hitman with a lot of unique intentions taking place. This game, of course, in particular, the second that we've gotten in the series, probably was indeed the best we could have gotten here. And yet, there was Hitman 3. Of course, I probably won't really get the chance to play it at any given point in time, but I will at least look back on the series entirely, knowing that it actually did have quite a nice big effect on here. Oh, man. But above all that, I will consider the series to be pretty outstanding by all means necessary. Otherwise, I'm certainly looking forward to seeing what we could get in the future. It went on from a movie in 2007 to a trio of video games throughout the late 2010s. And then, of course, there was some more Hitman-related media on Tubi or Tubby. I don't really know how that's pronounced at all, actually. So, at this point in time, I'm just going to go ahead and say it's still a great series that's going on to this day. It proves that this stuff can go on strong, much stronger than ever. So, that's just pretty much what I got to talk about on that. So, I will be back tomorrow with some more subjects to talk about here. As long as I have this on me, I know I'm good to go. But if you want to see more, go down to my channel, then make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.